Did y'all see episode 164 of Beyond the Gates today?
Vernon, honey, you can rub my shoulders anytime. Tell them about it, Shar.
Hey, this is your recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. We are here to do a full recap, just like what Grandma said right before this, of episode number 164 of Beyond the Gates. Y'all seem to like that, huh? Like I said, I like to throw a little surprise here and there y'all way, just to keep y'all interested and on your toes, all right? All right, let's go ahead and knock on this damn front gate, pull my chair up to the front so we can go ahead and get started so they can entertain us, honey. Hopefully y'all had a really great, safe weekend with Halloween or whatever you decided to do over the weekend. And I did. I'm tired. Everything is catching up with me, but I promise I should be back on the front porch before the end of this week. I will have all of the comments read. Might not be in one full video, but I will promise to have those comments from last week on the front porch for this week. All right. All right. Love you guys. Let's go ahead and get started. And I will start this recap in 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, we open up at the palace and we see Anita sitting down at the piano, baby, playing something nice with her tangerine outfit on. Go ahead, Anita, with her pretty self. Baby, we see Vernon coming down the stairs with his phone to his ear, looking like he up to something. Man, you didn't hear that piano playing coming down them stairs, baby. You was on the phone that deep that you didn't hear her playing the piano. All right, Vern, what the fuck you doing? So we hear her still playing. He talking about, I know what I'm doing. He's in the foyer. I know what I'm doing, girl. Just let me handle this my way, all right? And you can hear a female's voice on the other end, just lighten him up. He looked behind his shoulder, telling the person, because my way is better, okay? It's a very delicate operation, okay? I'll be in touch. You still hear her playing, honey. He took a deep breath. He hung up and, oh, this big. Baby, you supposed to be knee deep in planning that Winterfest. He walks in there and tells Anita. Well, you ought to know by now, one doesn't plan Winterfest. Winterfest turns one's life into chaos. I just need a little music, honey, just to soothe my soul. Oh, I thought you was putting your keynote speech to music. A little opera, bebopera, rap masterpiece. Anita says, sure, why not, honey? It's just one more thing to add to my long damn to-do list. Well, he goes to squeeze her shoulders up. All I'm saying is that you have an arduous task before you, baby. You got to be better, be brighter, make exponentially more money than your predecessor. I am my predecessor, which makes your job even more challenging. How in the world do you outdo yourself, baby, without buckling under the pressure? You better rub her shoulders, Aunt Bernie. She all in it, baby. Her head going from left to right, back and forth. Honey, ain't nothing like a man to squeeze them shoulders. I just said that. She said, step one, honey. Find an inspirational partner with the hands of a sculptor. Didn't I just say that? Girl, great mind, who hopefully has the time to mold me into my worry-free self. He said, my pleasure. And he kisses her on the cheek. We're at the rat trap. We see Eva peeking in. Why are you peeking into your apartment, girl? It's girl, mama sitting up in there. One of these days, mama, I'm going to change my fucking lock. And I will hire a locksmith, girl. Don't play with me. I'm always 3 steps ahead. And I said that. Even Bill said that long time ago. She got new money and y'all need to get ahead of her. She's always ahead. She's always ahead. Remember that. And no doubt, helping yourself to whatever pleases you because she's drinking her a glass of apple juice, tea, or something, honey. Oh, with family, we share everything, Leslie says. Yeah, honey. Sharing is supposed to go both ways, Eva said. She says, Leslie. Um, but then you find out that someone you sacrificed your life for, who you love with all your heart and your soul, is keeping secrets. What are you talking about, Mama? I tell you everything, except for this new detail. Why didn't you let me know that we just got our dream come true? And then she give her baby a big old hug. Then we get the bop. Hey, yay, yay. All right, we're at the hospital. We see Derek rolling up on Shanice. Shanice, he says. She's like, honey, if you're looking for your fiance, she's out on the floor doing some type of shit. He's like, I need a favor. I really do need a favor. She was like, wait a minute, and this is not about making a PT appointment? He was like, nah, this one is personal. I mean, so I told him I don't want to be a referee, honey, and I refuse to take sides. We see the person that we was complaining about 2 weeks ago. We haven't seen her in 2 weeks. Naomi and Jacob. They are at Orphe Jeans. That's what yeah, got the hot sauce on the table. So it sounds like to me she's talking about a case and he sure don't look that impressed. Cause when you start dating the people that you work with, honey, it affects the entire family. Who was you talking about, girl? And then you're stuck listening to stories about their relationships when you're not even interested. That is so true. That's what I would never date anybody that I work with or my neighbors, because once you break it off, it's the hardest thing to live through. But I know plenty of people that I know, they will definitely, I mean, y'all probably met y'all spouses or y'all significant others at work or whatever, or neighbor. But honey, it's hard to move on. If it don't work out, it's hard to move the fuck on. She was like, maybe. He was like me. He ain't interested in that shit. I mean, Jacob, don't be rude. I'm tired of walking on fucking eggshells, girl. No more nonsense about co-workers' lives. Because the longer that we ignore the elephant in the damn room, the bigger it gets. Child, Naomi was like, I do not want to talk about no damn baby. But anyway, we're back at the palace, and shit, Anita done took her jacket off of her shoulders, baby, so her man could get a better grip of her neck. Just let yourself, Vernon tells her. Float away on the soft, billowy cloud of not a fucking care in the world. He just moving. I'm like, okay, Vernon, what you swaying to, baby? What you? Y'all gonna go back in that elevator? Everything is lush, he says. Everything is relaxing. Oh, she says. Oh, we should build a summer home there. Oh, sweet breeze is blowing by, and the faint melody, the faint beautiful sounds of a melody. This little light of mine. He trying to sound off key. Stop it, Clifton. Clifton, you know you can sing. You wrote never can say goodbye. No, 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 I never can say goodbye. Yeah, he wrote that, y'all. For the newbies who don't know, Clifton Davis, the Vernon Dupree, is a fucking music writer, a hit maker. Child, he trying to act like he can't sing. and Anita's looking like, what the fuck is he singing? Don't worry, y'all. I won't fill it with so many pictures like I did Friday, but if there's a funny scene that pops up, I'm popping it on the screen, okay? Then I won't have to work so hard. It does make this video so much more fun. I got you, Jazz. Okay, yeah, Anita's like, what the fuck? I'm going to let it shine. She said, baby, 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 no, 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 no. Either you want me to relax, honey, or you want to sing to me, honey. I almost said that, but you cannot do both. Back at the hospital, honey, we got Derek talking about that Shanice has a little pull or some sway with the scheduling department, right? So she said, I mean, I got some pull. Why? He's trying to talk about what can he do so that Ashley can get some extended time off so they can finally get hitched and do this thing up right. See, that's the problem with you. Ashley is a very independent woman. She is. And she likes to make her own plans for her own life. She don't want you to be doing that shit for her. So let her do that shit, Derek. You doing wrong, my dude. She was like, wow. She was like, I already had this conversation with Ashley. He was like, you did? She's like, uh-huh, yeah, weeks ago, baby. So I just told her to get back with me on the dates that she wants, and I'll make that shit happen for her. I mean, I'll be happy to do it since I'm the blushing bridemaid, a bridesmaid. Okay, hashtag Nene Leaks. He was like, wait a minute, weeks ago. She was like, yeah, she didn't mention that shit. No, he was like, every time I tried to damn nail down a date for us, she always wanted to shoot that shit down. She said that there was no way that she could swing that shit because she was so busy at work, Derek. Oh, Shanice said she got up, honey, went to look through some chart or something. And he rolls over to her. He was like, "What? She wouldn't lie to me, would she?" Of course not. Shanice says. I mean, you both do have an open, honest relationship, right? You tell each other everything. I mean, lying? That'd be like starting things off on the wrong foot or feet. Boom, boom. You see what I did there? Boom, boom. Rim shot. Yeah. Since you got your own secrets, buddy, about other body parts. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. I love Naomi, but the way they have flipped her character around, I don't like it. We are back at Orphe Jeans, and so she's sitting back with her arms folded, honey, looking at Jacob. I'm sorry that I bore you. I didn't say that, girl. You implied that my small talk was not interested enough when I'm just trying to vent to my husband. That's all I'm trying to do. This isn't venting, Naomi. This shit is avoidance. Well, okay, all right. Let's bring it back to the current events then, huh? What happens to a happy couple who decided to live child free are faced with an unexpected turn of events, huh? We found out and we failed, and now we're falling apart. I mean, is that direct enough for your ass? No, it's more than that, girl. You curbed him really bad at the club the other night. You talking about he's perfect. He's never make no mistakes. This Jacob might do something to help turn his reputation so he could be a little bad cop. But yeah, she really curbed him really bad. She made him look really bad in front of Ashley and Derek at the club the other night when she almost fell over Isaiah. She was like, because I am frankly all the fuck talked out on that subject, okay? Okay, what? So we just supposed to drop that shit even though it's clearly unresolved? Jacob, I don't know where we go from here, okay? I don't have the answers. Look, we have laid all the cards out on the table. And what the fuck has that solved? Bzzz, and then we hear a chime. Somebody's phone. So she pulls up her phone and he pulls out his. Is your text from work? She says. He looks at his phone. He says, it's Derek. She said, mine too. Emergency. I need your help. Come to the hospital now. So they both get the same text. I guess he did a group text for both of them to come and help him plan this unplanned wedding. We'll cancel our order and leave a tip on the way out, he tells her. I hope Derek's okay, she says. He was like, well, we'll find out when we get there. Tell me about this TED talk you had with your daddy. This is Leslie talking to Eva. We had breakfast before work, Eva says. Okay, Leslie said. Set the stage. I hate when she says daddy, daddy. Oh, that makes me so sick. Country club. I mean, the sun was shining, beautiful day. Nice, Leslie says. And he told me now that he has settled down a little bit, he wants to focus on family. Go on, Leslie says. And how that included me, and that he's sorry that he dropped the ball on getting me more acquainted with his side of the family, but he promises he'll do better. That's really something, Leslie says. Eva was like, yeah. And how he doesn't know what the future holds, but he knows that he wants me at the family gatherings, like at dinners and parties and holidays. And child, Leslie started to weep. Mama, hey, whatever I did, I'm sorry. No, 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 no. Then why are you crying, Mama? Oh, girl, of course not. Mama, it only just happened. I was going to tell you. I don't know how I feel. All I know is I just want to follow it and your smile because I know you feel it too. I mean, what are you talking about, Mama? I always wanted this for you all these years, for you to have it all. And I'm just not talking about the materialistic things. Push pause. Today is Trisha Mann's Grant's birthday. Happy birthday, Trisha. I know that you'll never listen to this shit, but happy birthday to the beautiful Trisha Mann Grant. She makes being in our 50s look fabulous, right? I think she's in her 50s. Ooh, I hope I'm not. Ooh, I don't want to age the lady. Girl, because I saw it on Karen Kendricks, who plays Mona. I saw it on her IG, and she was wishing her happy birthday. She had like this beautiful red on. So happy birthday to Miss Trisha. And I was right, honey. That's a beautiful looking 56-year-old, honey. Child, I'll be 55. She looks fan fucking tastic. Y'all, I mean, we don't like the character, but that's a bad bitch. Y'all can go ahead and I think she got some Indian in her too. I don't that doesn't mean I'm trying to disrespect any type of, But yeah, she did say that. I think that part of her family is like Cherokee or something like that. It's part of the Native American culture. But 56, girl, that girl is 4 years away from 60. That is a bad bitch. She is. Family, she continues on to say. A man who's got your eyes, who, who wants to get your hand to hold, who actually wants you in his life. Oh my God, baby, you finally got you a real dad. Thanks, Mama. Wait, how did you find out about that conversation? Did Ted? I mean, did Dad tell you? Wow, this thing. I mean, things between me and Ted keep going. We might actually be friends again. This was all that I ever wanted for you, for us, for you, me, and Ted. Peace and understanding. I mean, but back then it was just a fantasy. Well, yeah, I guess your mama knows how to predict the future and also to prepare us for the things in life that we were always meant to have. If you say so, Eva says. Leslie was like, girl, sounds like you don't believe me. I mean, that like in the space of like an hour, that you and my dad are all of a sudden born again besties. I mean, it's just going to take some getting used to. Oh, no, baby. It's all a part of a build. Now, I really do like this outfit that Leslie has on. It's like a corset jean jacket. That bitch is wearing the fuck out of this. I bet you can't find that shit nowhere. I like that. Of course, I'll have it on the screen. That's a nice jacket. It's a jean jacket. I've never seen one like that. I love it. Oh, yeah, I didn't tell you about Halloween. Oh my God, should I be afraid? Mm-mm. He told me how much he admired my costume. And, even though I was all dressed up, it's like we were naked with each other all over again. This girl, if she could fuck Ted 24/7, she would. She would not never come up for air. That's why I know she does not love him. She just wants to fuck him all the time. He was a wild, good ass time. Eva was like, Mama. It's like, no, girl, I mean it. No, no, no. It was genuine. It was like we were back, right back there, right back where we were at that time. But what I'm trying to say was that it was better than before, though. No secrets and no fabrication. There we were, after all this time, just like a couple of friends. Wow, Eva says. I mean, anything really can happen on Halloween. Best part of that night, I'm afraid to ask, when we were discussing our favorite subject. You can laugh all you like, but there just might be some people out there who love the sound of my singing voice. We're back at the palace. That is what Vernon is telling Anita, because he was trying to sing This Little Light of Mine. We all know that Clifton Davis can sing. He had a whole variety show with Melba Moore. Him and her used to kick it. Do a little bit of digging. If you go to Ashley Says So, you'll know what I'm talking about. Look at Melba Moore's story, and you'll see what happened between her and Clifton Davis. Anyway, back to the show. Vernon, there are people who love your fortitude, your eloquence, the loving devotion you have for your family, even your beautiful brown eyes. But the sound of your singing voice. Mm-mm. And she sips her tea. Oh, now that's love, he says. Baby, I see you with open, honest eyes, she said. A man can't have any secrets, he says. Where'd that come from? Okay, not my man, she says, because we know what secrets do. But here's where you can help. I need a speech for the fundraiser, something to rouse the people and get them donating. As a part of the entertainment, so baby, 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 we both know where you shine on nights like these. Charming the guests, reminding everyone of the great work that we do. But engaging new donors. He was like, but that's so limiting. Oh, I think what he's going to do is perform for her. Okay, I think I get the nuggets you're dropping, Vernon. Are you going to sing for her at the gala? I'm excited. I might dress up too, like I did for the wedding. And did I dress up for the fashion show? No, but I did dress up for the wedding. I might dress up and do little members thingy linky. From the ballrooms of Paris to the hottest barbecue in Birmingham, one thing holds true. When it comes to fundraising, Senator Vernon Dupree is irresistible. When she said that line right before she said it, she seemed like she almost forgot what she was going to say. She kind of took a breath and blinked a little. Maybe I'm reading too much, but she looked like she was like, "What's my line? Oh yeah, because the Senator Dupree is irresistible." No one can say no to you, your sexy ass. Except for my wife, apparently. Well, you got me to say yes when it mattered most. So we get to the hospital. Jacob and Naomi gets off the elevator to find crazy ass, panicking ass text sending Derek. No sign of Derek. No, I mean I don't see him. Do you? Pretty much. That's what Naomi. Say he says he's in a he. So he says it's an emergency. Then he just vanishes. They are not gonna be the same, y'all. Hopefully Jacob has an affair. I mean, I don't advocate for that, but they need some type of spark. And this tension is just not good. She don't want to fuck it out. She don't want to talk it out. I'm like, what the fuck do you want to do, Naomi? Because we feel it. I feel it through damn TV screen. We should text him, she says. And he said, oh, I assume he'd be on Ashley's floor. Y'all are always on the same floor. How many floors this bitch work on? Oh my, that's a brilliant idea. She says, let's just make assumptions instead of asking for the facts. While they're talking, he's like, what the fuck is she talking about? And while they're talking, Ashley appears. She, like I said, it's just too tense. Really, Naomi, now? Hey, what are you guys doing here? Looking for Derek, Naomi says. Yeah, Jacob says. He texted us. I haven't seen him, honey. What's going on? Is he okay? Jacob was like, oh shit, I figured you know. Yeah, Naomi says. He said he needed our help. I mean, like emergency help, Ashley said. Or is he picking out a tie for the wedding kind of help? Hey, he rolls in. Good. You guys are all here. Thank God, man. Yeah, I'm glad you're okay. Yeah, it gives me a chance to hurt him. That's what Naomi says. Why she want to be so dangerous, girl? Naomi, I thought you was nice. I apologize. I didn't want y'all to worry, Derek says. I just didn't want to spoil the surprise. I guess he went on and scheduled that time off for Ashley and that date. What surprise? Well, I got some news. Good news. Y'all are gonna love it, he said. Well, let's hear it, man, because we could all use some good news around here as he looks at Naomi. Derek, what's going on? She looks at him with her trembling lips and trying to figure out what's going on with Derek. I know I'm not Laura. I'll have you know that I'm the senator who organized the entire caucus to get behind a bill. We're back at the palace. Vernon is reading Anita his whole list of accomplishments. I don't like where this is going. Yeah, she says, and that was just the U.S. government. I'm talking about something much more complicated. Fundraising in the DMV. Girl, fundraising in the CLT, fundraising in the DAL, fundraising in the NYC, fundraising in the MIA. Fundraising is hard work no matter where you live, honey. He says, so you don't think I can swing it, do you? What you talking about swinging, Vernon? All right, let's do this, she said. Please cast your attention on this staging area. So she shows him all these swatches. And so she moves it out the way so he can see. He's like, damn, that's a lot of colors. I've color coded all of the attendees, separating them by how much they contributed in the past, how much they're likely to give this year, etc., etc. Then we sprinkle a few of each color at each table, but in this section only, and not too colorful, because we have to add another circle in the mix later. You can't do this on no damn computer. That's what I was thinking. I was like, girl, you could have just put that on ChatGPT and she would have just knocked it out. Well, he would have knocked it out for you, girl. As I said, this is very complicated. There are levels to this, my darling. Are you not up to the task? No, I didn't say that. How did the kids like to put it? It's giving panic. It's giving confusion. Are you buckling yet? Never. But I do know posturing when I see it, Senator's wife. You doing all of this, so I'll be sorry. I asked to help. Sweetie, this is just a slice of what I have to do. So, careful what you ask for. She slams all of these different magic markers or whatever into his chest. I'll have that picture on the screen. And he looking like, what the fuck is all these crayons and he said, he looked at them them magic markers. He looked at her like, he put that shit down on the table like, I'll be right back. Out with it already. I can hear that smile over here. We're back at the rat trap. Leslie and Eva talking about the daddy moment, I guess. I don't know. It's just, I never thought that it could happen, but it actually did. You and dad there together, talking about me, being proud of me. Wow, ain't it? Maybe that's how dreams are supposed to come true without you even trying at all. I'm sorry, that's the wrong voice. Maybe that was supposed how dreams come true without even trying at all. I was still stuck on Anita. When you're not even paying attention, honey, life is just out there happening for you, and she's telling the fucking truth. Well, who knew, right? Your mama did. That too, boo. Dad said some things that I didn't even know I needed to hear. What was that like? Gosh, if I tell you, I'll cry and I won't know how to stop. There was this part of my heart that was always beating wild and out of control, and his words just calmed it all down, made everything fall into a steady rhythm. This is a clock it. This sounds like one of those spoken word type of poem. Maybe for the first time in my life, everything that I've always wanted you to hear, all the things, from a daddy to a daughter. There is a balm in Gilead. Well, honey, that's church talk, baby, for healing. Yes, it is, honey. There is a balm in Gilead. There is a balm in Gilead. There is a balm in Gilead. Them singing sisters, if y'all know who sang that, put them in the comment section below. Only one powerful group, and they still out there doing their thing. Now to the burning question: what did your daddy say about moi? I guess the most important part was the things that he said about the Dana that he knew. Made me wish that I had known her too. Derek, is this what I think it is? This is about your legs. We're back at the hospital, y'all. It's not about my legs. They're exactly the same. Jacob was like, oh, like, nigga, why you got hers here? What's the D? I guess I got ahead of myself, Ashley said. It This is not going how I planned. He says, nothing goes how you plan, man. It's okay, guys. I'm gonna walk again, he says. I'm sure of it, okay? Yeah, me too, Jacob says. But it's gotta feel real good to believe that everybody believes in you, right? So what's this about then? Naomi says. The wedding, he says. So why the fuck did you need us here? Jacob says. Come on, y'all, get to it. I thought we could all knock heads with Ash and settle on a date right here, right now, he said. Hold up. You brought our friends here to pressure me? Yes. Since when does picking a wedding day is a burden, he said. I already told you that, yeah, you told me you couldn't get time off. And as he's talking, we see Shanice approach the nurse's station. But Shanice, she told me that she can make it happen, no problem at all. Shanice is like, shit. So he says, who wants to break this shit down for me? Derek said. Why have we not settled on a date to get married? Because she don't want to marry you. She turns around and looks at Shanice. Shanice like, fuck that. She turns around. She's like, y'all like talking to me? Ask you that. All done with your work call. We are back at the rat trap with Leslie and Eva. Uh-huh. So what you got going on for today? Okay. Time's up, Leslie says. Let's hear it, girl. You lasted longer than I thought you would. Leslie says, Eva, so it's got to be about the new guy. I probably really shouldn't say, Eva says, huh, yeah, right, girl, because you know I'm going to find out anyway. Oh, well, you know, wasn't about Isaiah. So what did your daddy say about me? He said that you were funny back then, a breath of fresh air. Then and now, and you know it, Miss Thing. And smart, which of course I'm well aware of. But Mama, he said that you were kind, generous, and thoughtful. Easy for him to talk to. He said all that? It was something hearing somebody talk about you like that as opposed to the harassment and the bullying of Fairmont Crest. I know. It's only natural. Teddy was sweet on me. I mean, we were friends too. Oh, I relied on him and depended on him in a way I never realized. Made the days and the night go by so smooth when I knew he was dropping in. Girl, how that man used to make me laugh. Man, they had like a real true relationship. This wasn't no situationship. They really had a connection. They really, really did. And I guess if she would have never left town, who knows? Well, no, he was still married to Nicole. But they had something deep, really deep. And he went through a whole deep depression because he couldn't get connected and get through to Nicole. So he found some place, a soft place to fall. And unfortunately that happens a lot in relationships when, you know, the that where the relationship, the marriage is hard as rocks. You're gonna find some place else that's gonna be soft as a cloud in heaven. So again, I'm not justifying, I'm just saying. We know that Nicole can be a piece of work, honey. Can you imagine how she was back then? Ooh, child. Your dad used to make me laugh. I just said that line. And so Eva's just sitting there looking at her. And so Leslie was like, "What? What do you see?" Eva said, "Maybe you for the first time. You look so happy when you talk about those days. Dad came along and turned the light on in your eyes. Then I came along and took it away. Anita, I have the best news. So brace yourself. We're back at the palace with the Duprees. By the time they always get like a little downtime, one of them is always busy with something. I don't know why. The only time they had a little downtime was when they danced at the restaurant and they did a oochie coochie in the elevator. But she's so busy with this Winterfest. I'm like, geez, Louise. It's going to turn this all around. He's so happy. Forget it. There's a fire in the kitchen. We have to abandon ship. Winterfest is impossible this year. The cavalry has arrived. And our chocolate rich black girl, chocolate girl, with her yellow sweater and white skirt in the middle of fall. Okay. Hi, Mrs. Dupree. We're talking about Laura. Laura, you're back. Yes, ma'am. You are the answer to quite a few of my prayers. I know what you're doing, Vernon. You trying to get her distracted so you can go and do what you need to do. You have no idea, girl. Be careful with that praise. You're going to have have Laura think I haven't been helpful. You're gonna have, yeah, that's what he said. I don't know why I'm reading without my glasses. I know better. He just said, just be careful for thanking her because you're gonna make her think that I ain't been helping your ass. So don't be giving her too much thanks. That's what he was saying. Oh, you have been helpful, honey. Help me to realize that I can't accomplish anything without you, Laura. Oh, they're gonna take Laura away from from Nicole. I heard that, Vernon says. Love means acknowledging each partner's strengths. Laura, what happened to your boo? When y'all supposed to go to Hawaii or something like that when we first met y'all? Where he at, girl? I tried my best, Vernon says. Laura was like, honey, I live for this stuff. Are you kidding me? I do work like this for Nicole, honey, in my sleep. That's a coincidence. Okay, all right. Okay, girl, let's roll up our sleeves, Anita said. And I'll get out of your hair. Where the hell you going? Let me guess. Tea time at the club. She knows me too well. Then he gives her that, mwah. You know how them charming men give you that little kiss with the air with their fingers, like they up to some bull. All right, Laura, she settles down. Are you ready to drive yourself mad, planning the party of the season while making it look effortless? Yeah, of course she is. The girl almost died. Oh, I'm locked in. Let's do this, Mrs. Dupree. Like I always say, Anita says, it starts with the right partner. So they share magic markers and start to dot and do whatever they need to do on that damn piece of paper. And that particular line leads into the next scene, which is perfect. Like she said, it starts with the right partner. We have Ashley, Darren, this isn't the best time for a wedding chat. Yeah, at the hospital. I'm sorry for bringing you all the way here, guys. She apologizes to Naomi and Jacob, and everybody's like, "Ooh, yikes." I just wanted to remind you with his sorry ass. I just wanted to remind you of who we are, Derek says. He seems so desperate. I can't wait for his character to change because he's just getting on my nerves. Just a happy-go-lucky couple that's ready to go hand to hand in life together, like them, like Naomi and Jacob. I don't need any reminders. Look, girl, it don't have to be all button up and formal if that's what you're worried about. We could do anything you want, girl. We could do it at the Renaissance Fair, or we could do it here at the hospital. Our favorite booth at the Uptown, or guys, I am so sorry. She just cuts him off while he's talking. Oh, he's looked so desperate. Mm. I don't know why this is happening right now, she said. I'm telling you, girl, with his praying hands. I'll do anything you want. We can go anywhere. Anything you want, girl. Anything. Let's just synchronize our calendars and pick a date, he said. Yeah, no pressure. Naomi was like, girl, look, hey, we can go if you want us to. Okay? You can see Shanice just taking it all in, baby. She'd be taking it in, honey. No, please stay. I don't get it, Ash, he says. How is it pressure if it's something that you want? Okay, flip this and reverse this, all right? I show up at the firehouse, being unreasonable, making demands. First off, he says, you're the one that proposed to me. And now me trying to set a date is unreasonable? Wow. Well, look, wait, look. You're twisting my words. Man, look, maybe we should go. Only if Ashley wants us to, Naomi says. Why you just couldn't tell me that you couldn't find time? Why did you just tell me that you couldn't find time to get married, huh? Derek is saying this. They're like caught in the middle of their argument. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this is the most exciting that I've had regarding their conversation because y'all know how fans feel about Derek and Ashley. So I can't even see here in front. I am enjoying this conversation because he's putting her in a corner and she's just lying. He's lying. They both are lying. Yeah. You caught me off guard. I wasn't ready to commit to a venue. He says commit to a date or to me. He says because he saw that because Andre did tell him last week, man, you have to do something really dastardly and sinister for that to happen. And we know that you're just a good old fucking dude for that to happen. Yeah. Stop putting words in my mouth. I don't know. Okay, look, what I do know is what you're doing is making the situation between us worse, okay? This isn't what people do to people that they love, okay? Naomi was like, you overstepped. Wow. Naomi, let's not. Jacob tells his wife. No, he involved us, Jacob. So I'm speaking the fuck up. When Jacob and I got your text, we were damn terrified. We dropped everything and ran the fuck over here because we thought you needed us in a real way. I apologize. I guess I should have did that in a different way, he said. No, it never should have happened at all, Naomi tells him. I just want to marry this woman, he said. Marriage is more than a ceremony on a pretty day, you know, Naomi said. So you better start by getting on the same page. And when I tell you Jacob is looking like, I cannot believe this bitch is standing here talking about what marriage should be. And she didn't even listen to me. I told her to hush, that we should leave. He the look on Jacob's face is like, dang. Because you decide together. Now she's talking about their situation too. You know what I'm saying? Surf or turf, suburbs or city, electric or hybrid, kids or vacation. Those are the lanes, and you just don't get to just change your fucking mind miles down the road. She's talking about their situation. They ain't got nothing to do with them. That girl really, really knows how to sidestep. It all ends up eventually into some unmitigated disaster or a silver anniversary party. So you better decide now if you want to be happy or if you want to be right. Because it's rare that you get it fucking both ways. Ooh, she just letting it out on that man. She is like shitting on him. Like pretty much. Damn. Naomi, let them deal with this themselves. You're right. She says, I'm done. Now, why is Naomi dressed like it's like winter outside? And damn, I know y'all tired of me talking about Laura. Laura looks like she just came back from the damn springtime at that damn up there in the northeast area. Damn, I'm like, in the Hamptons, yeah, that part up there in the Hamptons. When Naomi looked like she about to go down to the damn mountains. So Naomi goes to the elevator and Jacob tells Derek, I'll hit you later, bro. I'm sorry. So they leave. And Ashley was like, I don't know why the fuck Jacob is apologizing. You're the one that should be sorry. Damn. When I tell you this whole conversation, I felt like I wanted to be like Shanice, like listening but not listening. You know how you got people who be arguing, you be like, damn, I should be listening. I feel so embarrassed. Yeah, that was a very awkward whole situation. So yeah, the way that he worded that, they ran over there, cut their date in half so they can be there for him. And he just want to have everybody there to pick a date. No, let y'all pick the dates together. You don't have to involve your friends to pick no damn date. That was awkward. Damn Shanice. When I tell you they cast her perfect because she gives eyes, I will definitely make sure I put a picture up here. She gives eyes. So Ashley's sitting down, so he rolls over there to her to get eye level. Look, he says, look, we have a lot to unpack here. So why did you make what should have been a private conversation into a public discussion? She said. You lied to me, he says. Okay, good to know. So if I'm not 100% truthful with you, you will shame me in front of our friends. And the cherry on top, you will ambush me while I'm at work. Thanks for the warning. No more white lies, okay? From here on out, the unvarnished truth. Look, I wasn't trying to humiliate you at work, he says. Oh, then it was just an added side bonus. Great. I wanted your attention. You have it in every way, except for when I'm at damn work. God damn it. Call me crazy, but I thought I'd surprise you and you'd be happy. Yeah, that you will finally forget about all these stupid damn things that keep getting in our way, he said. I wanted you to be excited about marrying me. Derek, I love you more than anything. But you want some honesty? Everything you're doing is pushing me away. So we're back at Orphe Jean's. We see Naomi's at the counter. Hey, he comes in. Hey, you didn't have to come, she says. I would have dropped off lunch for you. Nah, it's cool, he says. You want to take a seat? You want to sit down? I already ordered it to go, she says. He was like, yeah. Can you believe Derek? Naomi says, honey, wasting everybody's damn time. I mean, he totally crossed the line. He was like, well, yes, so did your ass too. I said what no one else would, she says. That's what I said. He says, Naomi, bitch, you chewed that man out. Like, I didn't say chewed, but I said she's shit on him. And where was the lie, she said? Look, was he wrong? That's not up for me to decide. But can we at least be honest about what the fuck you did and why you did it? Oh, this is fun. Go ahead, shrink me. You went off on him because you love me too much to go off on me. Because you don't know what to do about us. She just looking like she couldn't say nothing, like licking her lips and blinking her eyes, like, what do you, what, child, you know he telling the truth. The first thing we need to do is start setting deadlines. We are back at the palace, and Anita is spitting orders at Laura. Oh, for everything Laura says? We're not starting at zero? Of course not, girl. Everything that we have is on this calendar. Mrs. Dupree, I hate to sound overly concerned. Are these all reminders for Winterfest? Oh, no, girl. These are all reminders for me, honey. Meetings, doctor's appointments, birthdays, return phone calls. Honey, my calendar looks just like that. Anita, girl, I love those earrings. Y'all know I gotta take a picture of them earrings, girl. But yes, girl, my calendar. There were years before he now that I didn't have to look at my calendar, but now shit. First thing you, girl, let's go out, let's do this. Let me check my calendar. I never thought that I would be a let me check my calendar kind of girl, but I am. Let me check my calendar because it's not even about you. It's about making sure that you don't make promises to people and then it just be a cluster F. So yeah, if you say let me check my calendar, I never thought I would be like that. But I'm a let me check my calendar kind of girl. Mrs. Dupree, if people knew what your version of retirement looked like, they need a nap. I can't stop, won't stop. If you want, I can take care of this for you. I can take calls, make schedule. And you won't let anything interfere with my Winterfest commitments, right? She just smiles. Laura has a beautiful smile. Girl, what is wrong with me? Anita says, telling you how to do your job. Didn't I say that right before? I said she's spilling orders at Laura. Laura know what to do. She works for your daughter. You are a godsend. No, I just love and respect the people that I work for. I treat you the way I want someone to treat my family. You keep this up, girl. I might just start feeling guilty about wanting to steal you from Nicole. Yeah, everybody wants Laura because she's a great assistant. Oh, no, I don't think I will have too much trouble juggling my commitments between you and Nicole these days. What do you mean these days? Because I want to know too. So Laura just looked at her and smiled. Girl, talk to me. What's going on? It looked like she took out her little nose ring because it looked like she had like a little piercing in her nose. So she took out her nose ring. I'll try to remember that picture as I listen to this audio again. Try to remember. Um, we're back at the rat trap. I need you to hear this, and I need you to commit to memory. That's Leslie. Because odds are, I will say the exact opposite tomorrow. Okay, I'm ready, Eva says. None of what happened to me is your fault. And I'm so sorry that I made you feel that way. Mama, no. Mm-mm. Don't say it's okay, Eva, because it's not. When you raise a child on your own, you are at war with the world. And it was you and me against a world that did not want us. I did the best I could. I know you did, Mama. It was hard measuring up and trying to stay afloat. She only had one kid, and it's hard. It's hard raising kids. But can you imagine people who had more than one? My mama had two. She was a single mom. So, geez, Louise. But you always found a way, Eva says. I mean, I could have people out there making assumptions, girl. I was raising you as if you were a lioness, baby. Well, that part worked. Maybe it worked too well. Hey, she made Eva look at her face and she said she's sorry. Thank God. Y'all know I was getting wore the fuck out with this character. I was like, come on, we need a change. Come on, Sam Cooke. I needed a change, honey. Shit. I love her. Happy birthday again to you, Trisha Man Grant. But geez, Louise, I just didn't like how desperate she looked. And she was just too classy of a woman because she got the money now. I think that whole Peaches episode kind of like flipped it. I wonder, did they make it quicker? Or was this part of the recording? Y'all know y'all be like, Shard, they've been recorded this shit. I know, but let me have my thoughts. Cause I was getting tired of her. I was. They were like I said in the beginning, I was so happy to see her on the screen, but then I started getting sick of her. I was like, I don't like this feeling. I need for her to change. So I'm liking this more warm. I like her to be funny. I don't like her to look desperate. I like the funny side and I like this warm side of her. So all right, but we know the bitch is coming back. Somebody gonna come back and light it up. Who knows, honey? No, 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 mama. You don't have to say that. I am sorry because I just wanted to give you the world. I didn't want us to become another statistic. I tried hard to keep you from being another girl that had to grow up without her father because I knew you were special, baby. And I should have been a whole lot softer. No, mama. Don't you see? Everything you did brought us home. And I will never let you regret any of that. Look, you made me who I am. Do you love me? With everything in my heart. And then you have nothing to be ashamed of, okay? You did good, Eva said. Thank you, baby. You know, I'm glad that Ted remembers me that way. Because I did some things that I wish I could erase the mistakes, Eva says. You'd erase us, okay? Who we are. And I'm not going to let you do that. Look, Mama, no matter what happened, I know I was loved fiercely. And sometimes, okay, a lot of the times, insanely too. I know. But, Eva says, I knew you loved me more than life. Okay? You got that right. Us against everything. They embrace with their ugly cry faces. I will put their pictures on the screen. And they had to block that hug because you just can't be hugging, because we won't see their faces. So they had to sit beside each other and hug each other side by side, cheek to cheek. It's real cute. They needed this. She needed to know that Ted accepted her and she had the right to call him dad, and Ted had to tell her about the good parts of her mom. And yeah, I think this is a good turning point. I really do. I really think this is a good time to reflect. And yeah, it's a good. I'm glad today was a really is a good episode. So we're back from the commercials, and Eva was like, "I'm not used to all this love flooding me," so she's going to get some tissue from there, a little tissue box. Yeah, they did a lot of crying, honey, a lot. Well, it was well deserved, Leslie says. You were always such an angel, and I went and filled you with all my poison and made you hate what I hated. Nah, you weren't bad, Mama, Eva says. You were just hurt. Maybe if I had done things differently and not made revenge my whole reason for being, maybe you would have felt this a whole lot sooner. And that is on me, right? I don't ever want you to feel responsible for how we got here. But we got here. And that's ultimately what matters, Mama. Yes, things should have been different. But it is because of you refusing to quit that I now have a dad who sees me and loves me and is proud of me. I finally got the life that you wanted for me, Mama. And I will always love you for that. You give each other another hug. They carried this episode today, Leslie, and it was a good day to do it on her birthday. This was a heavy episode for them. Transitions, everything. And they carried this. There's nobody that I missed. Now that I think about it, I can't think of anything or any plot that I was like, I can't wait to see this. Why they just didn't bring this back? They really did carry this episode, in my opinion. Y'all, y'all love to disagree with Auntie. That's all right. Y'all still love me, but I feel like they carried this episode today because there have been some episodes where I'm like, girl, where's Kat? Where's Chelsea? Where's crazy ass Allison? Yes, I said Allison because those weeks with Allison was off the chain. But this particular episode, they carried the fuck out of this. They were the foundations. Bravo for Amber and bravo for Trisha. I'm not frustrated with us. We are back at Orphe Jeans, and that's what Naomi tells Jacob. So he was like, well, then what the fuck is it? It's just, I don't know who the fuck we are anymore, she says. Why are you thinking so deep into it? You ain't like the man can't change his damn mind. Well, according to what you told Derek, I'm sorry. Well, according to what you told Derek, Jacob says, we're tiptoeing through this minefield that's become our marriage. She says she wasn't thinking when she said that shit. He says, and that's why it sounded so honest. It came straight from the heart and the hip. Damn. Whew. She says, I'm sorry. He says, don't apologize for being the woman that I married. That would be some shit that my boyfriend would say. He would say some deep shit like that. He has a whisper under his voice too. Very, very whispery. And I'm like, why you say some shit like that? I'm supposed to be mad. She was like, so what am I supposed to say? He was like, I don't know. I've been asking myself the same thing. I was just starting to think that maybe back then I just wanted some different things. She said, I know. So what do we do now, honey? What do we do? Your Aunt Nicole would say couples therapy. And I've been saying that shit for the longest. I've been saying it. Yeah, and they will probably side with you and telling me that I'm unreasonable. So she's one of them ones that don't want to go to therapy. It's very rare that the women don't want to go. It's more than likely the men who are the ones who don't want to sit on nobody's couch and talk to a shrink. That's what they call it. But most women don't mind going, but in that situation, nope. No, Naomi definitely don't want to go. Sounds like it. Maybe they just need to go to another therapist. Like she would refer people to other lawyers. Nicole got a list of people that she can refer them to. So he was like, no sides. It's just somebody that can help us get through a conversation without much, tension. Well, maybe you're the one that needs to work through these new tense feelings, she says. Wow. Because nothing's changed with me, she says. Talk to me, Ash. Do you want to get married? We're back at the hospital. And he asks the question. Now, you just said, bitch. Then y'all going to be honest, right? So you need to answer this man honestly. I think that's why he's going to probably be standing up the next time she comes to the house, because maybe she'll change her mind. Be honest. Don't let me push play and you be lying. You better be honest. Here we go, this bullshit. Of course I want to marry you. Why in the fuck did you tell me that you were having trouble nailing down a day, he says. I overreacted in total white lie. Girl, that all right, call it what you will. See, that's what I'm trying to. Then you overreacted and found a really bad way to force my hand, dragging our best friends into the middle of this mess. It was a lot of over talking, so I had to rewind this shit. Not cool, Derek. Okay, I screwed that up, he says. Why the fuck could this not have waited until we were at home? In private, she says. He was like, the truth? I was afraid that you would try to find another excuse to not tell the truth. And when he says that, Shanice appears out the blue somewhere from one of them back rooms. She always just appear. Ashley, honey, Dr. Fleischman needs you. Get your ass up. Go in there and see what Dr. Fleischman wants. I'm on my way. She looks at Derek and she says, I have to go. We can finish this. And she closed the door in his face. Yeah, it's like you don't choose her workplace to discuss something private. Yeah, that was not cool. I agree with her on that. Shanice looking at him like, told ya, nigga. Got to have her picture, honey. Third floor, nurse's station, Shanice answers. And we see him looking out in the audience. It's like, okay, I guess we'll use him. I'm here to help solve your problems, not to add mine. We're back at the palace. And Laura just said that to Anita. What's going on, girl? Now we're sitting here doing all this work to help improve other people's lives. If I can uplift those closest to me, then what good am I? So come on, girl, out with it. Thank God. She says, okay, it wasn't Nicole then. She says, it's Dave. Oh, your boyfriend, Anita says. Remember, I just talked about him earlier. I swear, y'all, I don't know about nothing about this show. But then I just talk about him. I was like, what? I thought y'all was supposed to be going to Hawaii. Like back in February when we first met y'all. That's all she talked about. So now they got a cast for Dave now. I thought things were going well with you two. So she just talks about they hit a rough patch. This is her, Laura. And she says, every couple has their issues, but it seems like they are having more and more of those issues these days. So, girl, we ain't never meet Dave, so we don't care. We heard about him, but we ain't never meet him. So, whatever. Because I thought that, like, when the story just first started, we saw Randy and Doug in a car together. And I thought that maybe one of them was her boyfriend because they both had, like, I think Randy had leather jacket. And I was like, maybe that's her boyfriend. He was bad. This was before I even knew who everybody was. Because I was like, oh my God, I will never learn everybody. But I thought that one of them was it, because I wasn't really paying attention to how old they were and stuff like that. I just saw two men. And I thought that maybe Randy was Dave or her boyfriend. Because she talked about him. And then all of a sudden we see Randy and Doug in a car together. I was like, oh, that nigga, he bad news. Laura, leave him alone. But that was wrong. So Anita was like, well, have you talked to Nicole about this? No, I could never talk to Nicole about this. She is so busy with her patients, and I shouldn't even be talking about this with you right now. You don't have to censor yourself around us, Anita says. Laura was like, I just keep telling myself that we'll make it through, make it through. See, this is a foreshadowing of whatever issues that Anita and Vernon might encounter. Might. That's right, Anita says. Stay positive and keep talking to each other, even in the hard times, especially in the hard times. I just see how much you and the senator love each other. Uh-oh. Are we going to see Vernon at the end of this episode do some bull? I hope that me and Dave can have a bond that tight with the love and the loyalty and the devotion that you both have. We have been blessed, that is true. But it's also choosing each other amidst any storm. To have a love like ours, that's something you and Dave will have to learn to do. Oh shit, we hear her. And he's in the middle of this. He's at a hotel. Is that the hotel that Ted and them be staying in at room 1103? Okay, who we seeing? It is no Sharon. Good to see you. We ain't seen Sharon in a while. He says, sorry I'm late. How was your flight? Well, fine, she says, but it took your ass long enough to get here. You know, Anita, I had to make it look authentic. You sure she didn't smell no fucking rat? Sharon says. Doesn't suspect a thing, he says. Nice, she says. Now get your ass in here. Can't waste another minute of this precious time we have. And that is the end of episode number 164, Beyond the Gates. This was a decent episode. Sharon, the one who wants Vernon is Tracy. It's Mr. Senator. Sharon ain't thinking about no damn Vernon like that. Everybody likes him, but I think that what he's planning on doing is maybe singing or performing at the Winterfest. He's going to do something out of the ordinary. That's going to surprise Anita because he let Anita do something out of the box, that she's really wanted to do. They did the tour or did the reunion concert. So now he's trying to figure out something that he can do to surprise her. And that's what it is. And Anita's going to be slapping the shit out of Sharon because all they just need is that little tilt. And her and Sharon will be on that damn floor tussling, honey, especially over Vernon. But no, I don't think that Vernon is cheating. I think that he's just been planning. At first, I thought he was sick, but I think he's planning on probably performing at the Winterfest, singing, dancing, doing something fun and different because they're older and you got to keep it spicy and hot. All right, so I'm happy that you all are enjoying the little grannies in the beginning. I'm trying, honey. I'm learning. You might see some little mistakes in in there somewhere, but I wanted to come off and let my videos be a little bit different, and I think it works. I was thinking about this while I was doing my show. And I was like, what can I do to pop and help my peoples? And I haven't forgotten about my members. I'm gonna do something real special. I'm just trying to figure out what that is, but I'm gonna do something for my members. I definitely will because I appreciate you guys taking the time to really invest in me. This is a gift. This is good ground. I promise you. This is good ground. I promise it is. And you guys have really helped me in so many different ways, bring joy, bring laughter, bring conversation. You helped me grieve good. This was a really October's are really tough for me because my father passed away on October 21st and my mom passed away on November the 1st. So the last week of October going into November was a little tough, it's been tough the previous years, but now you guys have helped me make it better. My having a relationship with my boyfriend, my children called checking up on me being able to go online and express how much I miss them and people relating to it and still lifting me up. It's still a good thing. It's still a weird new damn normal for me to be on this earth without the people who gave you life. But I've developed and created a whole family called the Recap Rascals. And I appreciate you guys so much. All right. All right, we're gonna try to do these pictures, all right? Not like we did on Friday, but we're gonna try to. If I saw something that like might coincide with the scene, then I'll be sure to add that in here when I can. All right, y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.